Hello everyone, we are diving straight back into the action here with the ESL Pro European Championships as we get underway with two teams in front of us, Euronics and Team Kinguin. Kinguin, they've got a rocky affair ahead of them, Ben. Things have not looked good in terms of the group standings.
The weird part about it is, it's technically not in their hands. Just due to the fact that they have technically lost head-to-head against AAA, they've lost head-to-head to KPI, and no matter what, if AAA win, Kinguin are out. So right now, it's all relying on that. Never mind that, though. Euronics, they're 4-0 in the group, and they look to make that 5-0 right here.
Yeah, Kinguin, even if they win this game, if AAA finds success, it's over for them. So it's going to be a hard-fought fight, and they need to hope for the best as the kills are starting to come through. Crisby and Co firing back out, being able to lock down this site. Oh, Manize with the first attack. Does get the initial frag off. Manize with a double kill. And he will jump on the bomb. Kinguin going to get the defuse here, Ben.
Yeah, it's a good start for them. They just need to keep rolling with it. Right now, Euronics, while they have been performing very well so far on the group stage, it would be a bit of a damper on their so far, experience in the tournament. Question is, this is the first time we've seen Cash today. We've seen two sets of the same, like two Infernos, two Overpass.
Yeah, always been the same maps. So.
And then Cash, which in the past I've always said it's a bit of a Kinguin map. Like they've always had this quite high up on their preferred list.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back, was it actually their number one, or am I thinking of a different set of them?
Well, Manize though does open it up, gets the first frag. Mouse as well through the smoke with a headshot on Crisby. Now, what's nice about this is it will actually be the first time I sort of get to see the new Euronics roster with Schneider, the former major winner, who has always kind of been in a bit of a weird limbo in CS, hasn't he? Never really been able to make it back to his former glory. Had a lot of issues outside of the game that restricted him from being able to make it back. And now those have gone away and he's back into favor. This is where it'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, alongside him it is Color coming in as well. Former Prophecy player. We've seen quite a few times. Like, we saw him in the UK Prem, actually, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We hot for that 1 week, wasn't it?
Color. Someone that was sort of, at the time when it was Prophecy under the watchful eye of Quicks, looked very effective. Set himself up as quite a dominant AWPer from the get-go, really, didn't he? As soon as he sort of came into the scene. And he's been floating around a lot more now. We've seen him on quite a couple of different teams, so maybe this will be a good new home for him.
Oh, yeah, and as well as that, they have had to make that change with Marky coming in, and from what I saw, the first game they played at this tournament so far, Marky was there with 30 kills and 10 deaths. So, stamping his foot in the game and just trying to get ahead right there. So 3v2 now in favour of Kinguin. Does look like they're going to be walking towards Rallen there. Question is, do they check the side? They do not.
Ooh.
And he gets both kills, gets the upgrade to that AK.
You can see the slow rate of fire on the MP5.
Yeah,
the time to kill is delayed, but there was just no reaction.
Do you think it would be the same speed if you're trying to tap with it? Like if you actually, instead of holding it down,
what, just tap shoot for
tap quite quickly, trying to hold it like that head height?
I don't know. I kind of want to give it a go because obviously, we both haven't really been home since it's come out. We've both been traveling, doing things, so we haven't had a chance to have a fiddle with it. But I want to see how it works because from watching it, it looks interesting because obviously you can tell there is a much slower time to kill for body shots. Headshots, it still seems pretty viable. It seems
fine headshot-wise.
So as long as you had pretty consistent aim with it and knew sort of when to burst or when to just spray, I think it'd be pretty good because the movement speed helps definitely for like fast rotates. On eco rounds, it's the dream, right? Yeah. An SMG where you're not restricted by movement even more so. You can literally sprint. What else would you want?
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because it did kind of come out of nowhere, really, as an addition. Like they've always, as a meme, they were just like, add the MP5. This stack's mental.
All right, Euronics.
I guess that's something you can do when you're a bit bored. Like, waiting for this eco round to play out.
Yeah.
So I've decided to pull up that AAA game on the scoreboard just to keep that in mind because this game is.
That is the decider for Kinguin's life.
Technically.
Yeah. That is the more important one, depending on where Kinguin are going to play. So Kinguin obviously being one of the more important teams throughout the entire, probably the entirety of both groups, really. The most known team, arguably.
If you're a team coming from the other group and you see that Kinguin have not advanced, that you're thinking, well, that's actually quite doable then.
Yeah.
You know, you're not thinking we might be able to get quite close. You're instead thinking Euronics, we can beat them on our day. And the same goes for all the other teams. Oh, you're just like, it's just Kinguin. You consider they got to that grand final of that Zota Cup Masters event. They lost 3-0 to MIBL. That's fine. You know, they did play very well. Yeah. But surely they should have been doing better so far in this tournament.
The online best of ones, Ben.
Definitely following travel as well, I guess, from Hong Kong. It's a very long way to go. And not much time to rest in between. Kinguin started off well. They do need to win the map either way, just to give themselves that chance. And I imagine they'll be wanting that just off their own expectation. They'll be thinking, we can't lose anymore. Like, they look horrible towards us, and we're expecting no less right now. But it's not looking great. AAA currently 5-0 up against no quarter cartel.
Yeah, you imagine they will be able to pick that one up there, really.
Mm.
Meanwhile, the game that is going on in front of your eyeballs, it is still 0-4. Very slow round here into round number 5. They have rifles on either side, and they're just playing that complacent style, not wanting to over-aggress, scouting around. Rallen still just defends towards mid. Hasn't spotted anyone just yet. First contact is found. Markey goes down to Rallen. He still fights through, looking for more. Schneider as well. Eliminated, Ben. That's a double kill with Rallen surviving on 8 HP, and he is still taking these firefights.
Absolutely crazy, really. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock right now. There's still now 2 players towards B. Taz has arrived. Takes KZY on the way in, and Reed's still here. First kill of the game for him, in fact. 10 seconds left. Cool. Can't really do much. And that's the 5th round there for Kinguin.
Replay here, that towards mid. Rallen with a double, and that is tremendous for him to be able to lock down like that. That's the difference maker. If they got the trade, they could have built off the mid control, but it's not going well. And that's the sad state of affairs, is right now, Kinguin are winning quite dominantly over a side that has looked very effective in recent form. Euronics have looked pretty good, Ben, but Kinguin look better. But it doesn't matter, as currently, AAA are winning their game.
Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? It's just the fact, in this system, you have to win all your games just to make sure that you don't have to rely on others. And right now, I'm afraid to say AAA that they've started CT side train. It's 6-0 already.
Yeah.
And they're against this side, no quarter cartel. Not exactly a side that we'd be thinking that might be a tough battle for them. Surely it's a game they're going to win.
That's one of the weakest teams.
On paper, at least, you know, looking at it from the outside, we always thought they're probably the ones who are going to finish bottom. The only victory they've got was over Endpoint in overtime. And that was a shock in itself.
That's an Endpoint that are looking very shaken right now. Not anywhere near playing to the best of their ability, so.
For sure.
That's what's weird about it.
Thing is, if you're Euronics, are you actually thinking about that game, technically? As in, do you really... Because obviously everybody does like to win. Every competitive player, they like the idea of winning.
You want to win, yeah. But are they that bothered thinking
yeah, that's what
we're through already?
Are they morally affected if they start losing? Because so far, 4-0, they're basically guaranteed, I believe, to get through to tomorrow's games, and they will have... They've got the head-to-head advantage over both teams that we're going through with them, assuming KPI do win out as well.
Yeah. Well, Reitz trying to deny the play from Euronics, but he has been slain by Schneider with a scout. And it's up to Manize in a 1 versus 3. Fires off the warning shot from the AWP, dives down, tries to get the flick, but Crisby is too quick. And that is the first round picked up by Euronics now. And it looked like Kolor saved the scout instead. I was very worried, but he did actually pick up the AWP, so he has kept that free. Does this mean as well, with the addition of Schneider, that he is now the in-game leader for this side?
Potentially. I'm not too sure, actually.
Because that's what I was thinking. Also, at the time, the last time I saw Euronics, they were an all-German roster.
Yep.
Now they are more international. So
yeah, it was Mirbit and Faven they had as well, wasn't it?
So it was all the Germans. So obviously now, if Schneider's coming in, that's Swedish, Kolor.
Hungarian, I believe.
That's the one.
Yeah, so it does... Markey is German as well, so it is still technically German majority.
You got the three German players.
Yeah. Obviously.
I guess they're probably calling English at this point. All of them speak English.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Kolor speaks English, Schneider speaks English. I believe, I know Crisby does. Yeah. I would imagine the other 2 Germans do.
Yeah, at least to a level where...
Like reasonable English. Where,
I was going to say CS English.
Enough where you can call effectively inside the game.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need to be, you know, you don't have to have the most fluent English, but being able to just at least convey things inside of CS.
What could be awkward, though, is if, you know, I've experienced this just through like a mixed team in the past, where if you're in a team where there's lots of the same nationality, then you're one of the separate ones, then there's another different nationality.
Yeah.
When they're alive, they might suddenly just start completely
switching
in that language.
Yeah.
And you'll be sat there like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. That does happen sometimes.
I think it was mentioned in the Optic lineup when it was config and stuff, and that they sometimes would just start calling in Danish, and the American players were just like,
what is going on?
Yeah, like, that you can't tell if they're still talking about CS or not.
Yeah. Elevated angle, Schneider. Up top though, Ben tries to find the first pick.
Ooh,
Tag!
Damage!
That is a ton of damage. Schneider and KZY are both on about 9 HP combined. This is horrible. Schneider, just with the face as well, caught his pants around his ankles. Everyone is dead, and Kinguin will get that round. Nicely played. Score now in the AAA game as well. That's 8-0. Finally 8-1, Ben. So there is a little bit of congestion, but that's
it has to be a heck of a lot more, though, just to be honest, doesn't it? The Polish faithful will be rooting for the Turkish side in that instance.
Well, they need to win it. That's the only...
Exactly.
That is the only outcome that Kinguin get out of groups at this point.
I think overtime could work too, because you do get less points.
Reduction
right?
on the points, yeah.
So that is the other alternative action. So technically what Kinguin fans will be hoping that Turkish side can just reach that 15-round marker. Right, that's the... As soon as they reach that, you're like, yes.
Yeah, they're
but
through.
Kinguin also need to win too.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't hold fast yet. I think Cole's just been hit for 98 from a single grenade.
They're being shredded, though. The aggression coming out.
Also should stop Marky as well.
Ooh, Crisby's gone. Marky getting a little bit tagged up by the flames. Manias with a dink. Brings him down to 68 HP. Taz is just able to take these firefights towards him, just spamming little pop shots off with the M4. Does tag him up quite low, but yeah, it goes down in the end. Schneider with a double kill. However, the backstab from Rallen was too hot to handle, and Mouse finds the final blow on Marky. So that is now 7 rounds secured for Kinguin.
And it's not a fantastic buy from the Euronics side here. You have 2 players on under 3,700. They will still buy into it. But Crispy, he has a decision to make here about what kind of buy. He goes for the Galil, 2 flashes. Potentially thinking that he might have been better off going with an SMG. I mean, we've seen people do that all day, really, getting an MP5 instead. And this smoke, was that actually just a flash? It might have just been a flash. Does get the highway player. And Rallen, he's been winning every single fight at this angle. Usually getting possibly 2 kills here as well.
Rallen, he has been very good towards mid, as you said. It's been hard to force him out, but he backs off. The timing's the interesting part. Kolor tries to go around, wants to look to get the damage out, but Rallen will trade it back. That's Manias as well with support onto Kolor. And they have a big advantage here, Ben. Only 3 players that remain on Euronics. They are in a horrible, horrible spot. They're going to have to go for the boost play back over.
And Rallen, he's gonna fight it, isn't he? He's thinking fights all game. Even on 8 HP, we saw him peek again into mid. 38 does it again. Does drop though. So Crispy, get a kill back. 4v2 though. They need a lot more than that to get a chance in this round. Smoke landing top of highway. Gives them a chance to get some more grenades that were at their feet. And a chance to creep up closer. It could be quite interesting if you were to get on the ladder and then try and boost off of somebody's head who's on the ladder, just to see over the top of the smoke. Could be quite an interesting way of doing things. Won't see that come through though. Both players go to Pork. They do get the kill onto the side, but Taz is still alive, and Silence M4 does work out for him right at the end.
That was nice. Interesting, you talking about that. Did you see where...
on train?
Yeah, train with Euronics. The boost on the ladder.
What was it, the green train in the middle of B?
Yeah, so
you get 2 people on the
one player on the ladder with the 2 players on either side of it.
It's because of that. I was just thinking about it. I was like, okay, so what if you were to try that
would
there?
That work?
Yeah. Nice boost though.
Maybe that's an epic land strat, mate.
Ah, potentially. We could do that.
We'll prac it.
We can get 2 different boosts going on, both sides. 2 different
both
trains.
bits of the ladder, yeah.
Just a lot of floating heads.
It'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll get that one put into the on the strat book.
Sad news for those hoping for that Kinguin faithful. 10-1, looking to be 11-1.
The quicker that game, that's the thing, that's a rapid game. And that's the scary bit, is they're just constantly racking up rounds, so you know.
Thing is, this has been quite quick as well. It's kind of matching it relatively close in terms of speed here.
Yeah.
Like, Kinguin probably going to make this 9-1. There isn't much investment from the Euronics side. But as soon as this game starts speeding up, the other one does too. And Kinguin won't know in their ear that this result is happening.
Yeah, they're not going to be actively following that game, and that's the scary point. They're just going to be focused on winning this right now. But
and they'll get out of game to find out, oh,
they're out of groups, yeah.
Because no matter what, even if KPI were to lose, KPI have got that guaranteed 9 points. AAA win, they would go to 9 points. Kinguin win, they would go to 9 points. But KPI and AAA beat Kinguin in the head-to-head. And that's what matters. It doesn't matter by round difference. HLTV will rank it by round difference. That is incorrect. It's by head-to-head. So it really is not looking good. 9-1 the scoreline here, though. I guess it's not very nice to say it, but it'd be one of those, like, you tried star, right?
Yeah.
For Kinguin, if they beat Euronics here,
yeah.
Good job. You beat the team that are technically going to probably go through #1.
Yeah.
You tried.
But that's the thing, the other losses they took earlier.
They were close. The 16-14 against AAA, we saw that game.
Yeah.
And there were so many little times where it could have been better. Taz had that 1v4 as well. He tried everything that he could.
That's the difference there as well. If they would have forced that into an overtime, or at the very least something, could have saved their bacon, but they didn't.
Kolar opens up the round right there. Does win the AWP battle. And the A site, funnily enough, is technically empty until Taz gets onto it right here.
Ooh. Tags though. Schneider with the first kill then. Onto Rallen, does eliminate him. The smokes are dashed down, but
they actually don't go out on the site.
Yeah,
so
not committing.
They didn't quite know about the information that there was only one player technically on that site after the first kill there. But this way, I suppose they're trying to increase their chances of victory, and that flash was phenomenal right there. 2 players left in Kinguin, 2v5. Taz can't do anything, and just Reeds left, 1v5. It's not actually very good money on that Kinguin side. You can see it right there. Highest money is on Mouse. He'll be on 9k after this round loss. Reeds needs to stay alive.
So Reeds in the 1v5 cannot do anything. His best case scenario is just a save, and that is going to make it a 9-2 scoreline then overall.
Not much enemies flashed across the board.
Everyone's very low. The most flash is from KZY.
Yeah, 5 and 4 on KZY and Crisby.
When you think that's already now, what, like 11 rounds in total?
Yeah.
It's a very low amount.
Isn't it?
Not even
Think
one
about how many
player
flashes Max
per
had
flash.
in that one game.
Yeah.
We actually saw, I think it was Robin during I-Series. He had about 38 enemies flashed after about 20 rounds.
That's pretty good.
Which was kind of outrageous. It was just like, Jesus.
Yeah. I like that more stats thing a lot, because you can realize there's a lot of games where some teams just have much better communication and much better flashing. And that's a huge part of it. And it's a nicer visual representation to be able to show to other players or people that watch the cast as well. Just to be like, look, visually, here's how many flashes they hit.
Yeah. Nine to 2 though. I mentioned that money not too great on the Kinguin side. They still have a buy. And No Quarter Cartel have actually put it down to 10-3 now. So that's 3 rounds on the spin for them. So it's looking a bit better.
Yeah.
Kinguin, they still need to keep winning this game though. It all means nothing if No Quarter Cartel were able to get that game into potentially overtime. Kinguin still need to win here.
That's the only way they actually keep themselves alive in the group stage. As we are in our final round of matches for the day.
So the B entrance smoke comes in. Regular Molotov under the vent. Quite late in the round for that to happen as well. You could be seeing the VP B take coming in here. Go flash straight through that smoke right at the entrance. Smoke comes into checkers, Molotov checkers. The flash comes in and they storm the site. However, Kinguin have given up that side.
Oh, Schneider finds the first headshot though, and Markey as well. The follow-up on Reeds, Ben. Markey goes down to Rallen. And all of a sudden it's into a 4 versus 3. The retake scenario for Kinguin. They have no kits, no real utility either. It's just one Molotov and a double flash. So Luckily, Kaz has now got a kit. As they rotate back round through the vent, but he's been slain. Schneider doing damage. He is being pepper sprayed and eventually will fall. But even then, it's still a 2v2. They are trapped on site. Both of them playing for the site for some reason.
Not much time left in this bomb now as well. Maniz has got that orb.
Oh, Frisbee's crisp.
Just a bit crisp.
Well, that was tremendous.
And the money on that Kinguin side is absolutely down and out, really. Reed's the only one who has decent money. And that Turkish side looks like they're going to get their 5th round on the board in the half as well. 10-5 on the T-side train. Actually isn't that bad.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, so
Considering how it started, that's been a lot better.
Kinguin fans, but at the same time as that's happening, Euronics are getting their footing in the game too.
Yeah.
So Kinguin potentially foot off the gas in some way. This game at least.
Frisbee. The early entry as he will connect the headshot.
Of course, against the pistols. Playing it quite slow. Trying to see if they could just slowly take map control whenever possible. There we go. Perfect flash right there. Marky gets that kill. 5v3. And once again, they will probably end up regrouping here later on in the round just to try and go. We're going to group, go to this one bomb site together. From there, that should be the round because there is a heavy B stack right here from Kinguin. Euronics clearly have their mindset towards A side. It's just a matter of time, really, until they realise that the site is indeed empty on their way in.
Pushing their way out slowly, Ben. Clearing the angles as they do want to try and open this one up. Smokes launched out. There goes the Molotovs as they begin to expand onto the bomb site now. Reitz, Malves and Rallen. That is the trio on the CT side that is left, but they are just committed into an elevated angle, just hoping they can catch someone off guard. If Marky does walk into their spider's web, they can gobble him down. That is the hope anyhow, but he does have the rifle, and if he gets the angle, it could end badly. Gets the first and the second. It's all on Reitz, and he is just going to run away, scurry out there with his tail between his legs, and allow his teammates to converge around him. This should be all 3 frags picked up, which it will be. Kolor for the final blow. Interesting as well, Kolor with 4 frags. I was going to say we haven't said his name much into this one, and it's because he's been a bit quiet. Obviously, he does now have the AWP, and I feel like normally we expect to see a bit more from him.
Yeah, I mean, on that Prophecy side, he was one of the bright lights. At the very least, he came in as a sub.
Yeah.
And he was performing instantly.
And that's why he was instantly drafted in.
Exactly.
He was a good individual player, very talented with the AWP.
Exactly, and to come into that side and make a big change, really. Just surprisingly, I'm not have to say his name much at all this game. And Euronics getting another opening kill. That time onto Mouse. And Crispy is scouting towards this B site. Not quite able to see much. Does have the back of his team now. Does look like it's going to be a B set play. Reit's not had much to do this game. Does have a Molotov and 2 flashes, but he's going to be burnt out of the site. Look how many mollies have been thrown onto it. He gets the first kill.
Oh,
Does get taken down though, and Taz is here to support him. Should be easy kills. But now, Kolor, man of the moment. We were just talking about him, wanting impact from him.
Is he going to be able to clutch this one out? Maniz coming back through the vent as he will climb along with his belly low at the ground. And the 1 versus 1. Kolor has the AWP, even though he's low HP, favoured by Bogdan's Law. Hoping to see if he can get this shot off and pick this one up. Time slowly ticking down. 40 seconds on the clock. Maniz holds the angle, walks out. He had the health advantage. It's so easy. The peak favours him, just spams down. It's a 10-4 scoreline, Ben, on the last round of the half.
For sure. I mean, we wanted Kolor to get involved there. I think the crazy bit is that Reitz was able to get 1 kill after being Molotov off that site by 3 different Molotovs. Phenomenal feat from him. But it does look like AAA have picked up the pistol in that other matchup. And he's 11-5 right now. It was a 1v4 from Journey, and he only managed to get 3 other players down, I believe. And Euronics. Crispy here with a set smoke. I want to say that goes towards the vent. Seems very far to the left. Must be something towards mid. Keeps relining it up every few seconds. So in fact, it's part of the crisscross smokes, just done from next to door. Interesting one. When there's a need, I suppose. Looks like it's going to be a door burst, though. Taz silenced at 4. Quite a late reaction.
That was very delayed.
Gets the multi-kill. 4v2, make that 4v1. Kolar, we're asking big things from him right now.
Yeah, it's an awkward round to win. Oh, he misses the shot. Reeds will kill him. Not ideal at all. He goes down, Ben.
11-4 at the half. Kinguin, at the very least, showing that they can make it work when needed, but perhaps a little too late in the day.
11-4. Sad part is, as you said, Kinguin are actually starting to win now, and it doesn't matter though, because the other game is currently a 12-5 in favor of AAA. As soon as AAA win that, it will be impossible for Kinguin to carry on.
Having a look through some of the other fixtures going on. So alternate attacks and Nexus was another question mark in this group.
Yeah.
Because I believe attacks were on 6 points, actually 7 now technically. So actually, Group B is guaranteed the top 3 teams. It just depends on what order, I believe. So attacks will be hoping to make that win there at least, just to see if they can push themselves across. LDLC against Fish 123, currently tied 6-all on Overpass. And Diffused Kids and Forge, the 2 teams that have been absolutely battered today, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Diffused Kids winning currently 10-3 on Train, which is a map that Forge have played about 3 times today, I think.
Those vetoes not helping them out at all. But
not quite.
We are back in now. Round 16, 11-4 is the scoreline. Kinguin are dominating, and they are now on their T side, where they wish to be triumphant, and it will be a play towards the A site. And A site is completely clear, Ben. There is no one there. They're going to be able to just waddle their way in, plant that bomb, and lock it down.
Yeah, very weird CT pistol coming out from Euronics there, to be honest. I saw 5 players towards B right at the start of the round, and I was kind of confused. A 5v5 retake on the A bomb site. It's a huge ask from the CTs, if I'm honest. Like, Taz getting pushed here, drops a flash. Doesn't quite save him, but he does get the call out. There is at least 2 players in main. And with the backstab coming in a few seconds, he did get seen by KZY though. Ooh.
Okay.
What a shot.
I think the aim punch has helped him connect that there, and now they've got the site control. Ben, they're just storming in, but Maus, 3 kills for Maus. Marky jumps on the bomb. Does he have time? No. He's got to concede it.
He has to go.
Gonna go away.
Mauzinho saves the round.
3K. That was just ridiculous.
And no Quarter Cartel win the first buy round against AAA. If they are able to add those rounds together, win this next gun round, we might be having a game on our hands right there on a different server. And somehow that will be affecting Kinguin's life in this tournament.
It's important to see which way that one goes. As right now, they're keeping it about the same pace. Back and forth, very similar to the...
About 2 rounds ahead of us, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the 1 MP7, not an MP5 this time, bought by Raul. Interesting choice. I wonder what people will actually use to base their preference on, though, other than actual personal preference shooting the weapon.
Yeah. Is there going to be a reason over just the fact it's like...
Yeah, would you want to have the MP7 on the CT side because it does more damage? Or would you rather have the silence one? That sort of weird basis.
Yeah, what's the actual reason?
Yeah.
T side, you get an MP5 because you can move a little bit quicker.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Or TT side for the rotate speed.
Potentially, actually. That's
maybe.
But this round has gone to heck with Bralin and co. Getting taken out by Deagles all around. Crispy got the 2. Schneider with that first one to start the round off. And they do successfully eco them. I mean, that take looks very lackluster, if I am honest. They fully just missed most of the shots needed and the grenades. And no Quarter Cartel do convert that next gun round as well. So 7-13 in the other fixture.
Nice. It's looking close.
But Kinguin, at the same time, they just dropped that round and they could be facing a 12-6 scoreline now. Euronics might be able to build a comeback from it.
No, it's a scary thought, Kinguin. They haven't won this game yet. They still need to be able to lock it down no matter what happens.
We might be seeing the actual Virtus Pro B take coming in here from Kinguin, funnily enough. Taz brought that one on board with him.
carried it over.
He's actually walked through the smoke before the smoke's actually been thrown. So that smoke comes into checkers. This is actually going to be the first Pro B take. Mouse not able to get the first kill. Schneider does take him down. Kolar and Co should be able to clean up from here, considering there is no armor on either of the players.
Did they forget the strap?
It does feel like Reitz was just walking through that smoke before the grenades had actually been thrown.
Yeah.
Very confusing. Very confusing.
It should now be a 12-7 as well, because Kinguin have no cash.
Mm-hmm.
They're not looking fantastic. It's a pretty one-sided show now in terms of the weaponry that is left. So, Kinguin, can they do anything into this one? Just with the Glocks and the Deagles, probably just going to try and get this over and done with. Then it'll be a 12-7, and the regularly scheduled programming can concur.
Well, it's not much to be had here. There's only the one Deagle. Kind of relying on him, and not much he can do when he runs out A main on his own like that either. There's not much help that can be given. Marky looking to make some kind of influence with his MP9. Get $600 out of that. Does know there's a player indoor who is messing him about a bit, so he's figured out want to try and end that. Ooh. They did run out of main at the same time though.
Yeah,
he does get taken down.
Timing. That was smart.
Surprising really. And Rallen on his own. Got boosted with his Glock for some reason. Fair enough. Does drop down. At this point, potentially just trying to waste Euronics time, see if they get annoyed. Might be able to give them a free kill for no reason. Because I doubt there's much he can do with just the Glock. Ooh. Spotted there, does get taken down. So 12-7. Still in favour of Kinguin. And a buy round just around the corner. Not a fantastic buy either, if I'm honest. Look at those grenades, not much.
Just whatever they could actually afford. The light sprinkling. Not the best buy in the universe at all. 12-7. Where's it going to go from here? Kinguin, can they now actually start to get back into being the dominant team? Or is this going to be Euronics only getting stronger and stronger as these rounds go on? Mid-control has been the soup of the day today for Kinguin as they do push over, but they don't realize Ben is the backstab. KZY, he started to move up. Oh. Spots out Reitz, but he is overpowered. Or Crispy.
Though.
Hello.
How quick are they going to move around? Unfortunately, he doesn't even get the drop-off. Not a single kill. Schneider's left alone on the bomb site. He's been mollied already, and he does get taken down as well. Oh. Kolar is destroyed.
Kolar has been rinsed. Now it is just down on Marky. It's a 5-1 mashup now. Mouse is the only one without a frag.
And there he is.
There he is. That's the team ace as they do lock it down. 13 rounds picked up for Kinguin as they get closer and closer to that win. But how are things looking in the matchup, Ben?
AAA still winning 13-9 though, but no quarter Qatar. I mean, they've won the last 4 rounds on the spin. 3 of them were gun rounds too. So as far as things are looking, it's looking pretty damn good over there. That comeback appears to be on. And Kinguin looking to confirm this win at least so they can just watch that game and hope that things do go their way.
Yeah, they need to win this. That is the best thing they can achieve to try and secure their chances of possibly getting out, playing for that relegation match. As they do push around. Kolar with the AWP. Finds the first on Reitz, looking for more as he will get these adjustment flicks. Oh, he's punishing everyone. This is a little bit more like the Kolar we want to see as he gets himself the first hat-trick into the game.
Much better. Treat those as confidence frags at this point as well. He was missing some shots earlier on.
That'll psych him up a bit, bring him back to life. And that's more normally what you do just see coming out from Kolar. He is quite a good defensive AWPer. He's someone that knows when to be overly aggressive but can cut his losses.
For sure, I mean, we didn't really ever have to see him much on the rifle, is the thing as well.
No, it was always just the dedicated AWP.
So hopefully, start of things to come for him. 3 nice kills. Weren't just your basic player running out kills. Some of them jumping across, all that kind of thing. And no quarter Qatar would make it 10-13. So that scoreline, very, very close.
That bodes well.
The Polish fans behind Kinguin got to be thinking, is there a chance?
It would definitely be the outcome that would keep one of the most prestigious teams we have in the event. Obviously, if they fail here today, or AAA pick up the win, that is going to be them knocked out on the first day. And that's a sour taste for Taz, obviously, as well, from a man that was once in Pro League himself, would be unable to even attempt to re-qualify.
Very, very awkward situation to be a part of, really. I suppose a lot of it will be that they've just got home relatively recently. Whether it's jet lag playing a part in this, or that they have simply been beaten on their maps. But either way, Euronics getting a footing back into this game now as well. Rather than trying to make a difference about that, but KZY shuts him straight back down. Taz 1v4. We've seen him win one already today. Question is, will he be able to do it again, this time on Cash? Not too sure about his chances here. This rough situation to get the bomb out of.
For the most part, he's looked pretty deadly today, but can he achieve any more? Trigger discipline? Smart.
3 seconds left on the clock. He kind of has to just play silly. He goes for the AWP though. Like, surely he doesn't live.
Balls. No, there's
Timing's
no way.
so close.
Ooh.
He does keep the AWP. Wow.
Confident.
I'm
Really
surprised,
risky.
yeah. I'm surprised he didn't take the exit back out towards useless. Like run and grab and run into that room.
Yeah.
Instead takes the corner, and to be fair, the death time at, like, the amount of time after you, like, the round ends on ESCA servers, or at least with that config,
Yeah.
is shorter than the regular one.
Yeah, yeah.
So it might be that we're not quite used to that much time. Whereas if you were playing, say, MMM, where you would have died purely because of an extra second or so. Really nice flash there from Marky. Gets the 1 kill in their main. And a lot of information though as well. No quarter cartel, win another gun round. 11-13. Surely not.
Oh.
The thing is, if that result goes through like that and Kinguin take this victory,
Yeah.
it means we'll have Group A. Group A. It'll be 1-1-1, because all 3 teams will beat each other in a triangle,
Yeah.
which is kind of awkward to have going into the next day. But it does mean all 3 teams have equal chance of qualifying.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, it's quite peculiar. And obviously from the other group, we have guaranteed that attacks, LDLC and Fish will be going through. But LDLC only beat attacks in overtime. So they've at lower points, technically, going into that group stage.
Crispy gets the shot up. Finds the first, the assist. Schneider and Crispy getting a kill apiece. Ben, as they do start to go down. Crispy from the bomb site, switching out. Finding the quick headshots for the AWP. Oh, Manais. The aggression. Looking good.
For sure. 1v3 from Manais there. 2 kills in the round already. Still has a Mach 10. Not fantastic. Does get taken down from behind. So it does look like LDLC are currently beating Fish 12-7 on Overpass.
Okay.
So technically, because LDLC only got the 2 points for that win that they did get, a win over Fish will put them top of the group. That's fine, because it does mean they will have beaten both of the other 2 teams advancing, anyway, head-to-head. But they will only have 5 points, and Fish will technically have 3, and Attacks would only have the 1.
Yeah.
So it would be a very weird situation to be in, at least if you're one of the opposing teams, or at least coming from that group as well. But no quarter cartel. Still advancing on that comeback.
In terms of the kills, though, Taz right now with a double.
Much better start from Kinguin this time.
Left on 1 HP, though. Ben, and they both go down to the AWP. The flick from Schneider. Ralla with a headshot. And it is all on Kolor. And a 1v3 now.
He's been in this situations quite a few times this map, and he hasn't quite been able to make them work yet. I'm not so sure if he'll even think about going for this. It's very slow so far.
If he wants to make a play here, he's leaving it quite late.
He has to take out 3 enemies as well as the issue. Essentially wary that there is a player close, doesn't want to have to rescope and everything. He's held this scope position since Z, moved all the way up towards upper. Does have a peek, did see ahead, and surely that's the call. He must have to fall back now, it's too late. He is being hunted as well. Miozinho close, but he misses the no-scope. Missed the scope shot as well. He's going to die with the bomb at this rate. Fortunately, he does get that kill, and he will be able to get out of there. He's actually moving closer towards the bomb.
He jumped back towards the bomb, Ben.
Bizarre.
If I look at the bomb, I won't take damage.
The classic CSS, not myth, funnily enough.
No, it was fact, yeah. If you looked at the bomb,
Some people still do that in CSGO,
damage.
though, which is quite funny.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything in CSGO.
Yeah. And no Quarter Cartel have evened the score in the other matchup. 13-all. And they were down 13-5, I believe.
They're bringing that one back. They do not want Kinguin to be knocked out. They're doing it for the boys.
Evidently, I did not realise there was a link between the Polish fan base and the Turkish fan base, but evidently there is. We found it. We found it. Crazy. AAA not proving to be very effective on the train T side, by the looks like this.
Struggling to lock it down now. And in this matchup in front of you, Manais gets the opening kill, eliminates Schneider. So Kinguin trying their hardest to get that 15th round picked up as they play the slow default. Schneider's already gone aggressive and died because of it. They're seeing if anyone else is going to overextend. The counter mid-boost play. Timing on this is everything, Ben.
For sure, especially with Reitz holding at the back right there. It all depends on... He's actually throwing the Molotov towards it, so whoever's boosted it, he does 92 damage. He has to stay on this side as well. KZY gets the kill, and he should be able to get out here as well.
KZY straight back around. The only thing is he's got to make that call to his teammates now that it's probably going to be the play towards B. This is where they sprint through. Taz goes first, trying to lightly clear the angles. Crispy does fire off warning shots. Kolor misses his AWP. This is not going well. All the defense pillars are crumbling. Crisby, when he backstabs through the vent, he needs to pick the correct time in or else he should be cut down. Rallen will kill him. Rallen with the adjustment onto KZY as well. Kinguin are so close to being able to pick up this round and getting themselves a 15th, and it's Kolor on the AWP once again. He must save for another round.
And that does mean Kinguin will be moving on to match point, 15-11. AAA, however, have just won their first gun round of that half against No Quarter Cartel, meaning it's 14-13 in favour of AAA.
So it's close. Both of these two games deciding a lot.
The pause comes in. I imagine that that's a Euronics pause, right? That's
probably,
safe to assume.
It's got to be.
It does mean that the players potentially taking a breather, trying to talk out their buy, I imagine, as well, because you see 1900 Crisby, 2250 Schneider, 3400 KZY. They're marking Kolor, got plenty of money. But do they really need Kolor on an AWP? I think is what the discussion will be about. Because he can drop an M4 and still buy an AWP, but it'll just be Kevlar, meaning he has no grenades whatsoever. For me, I think he is most effective on an AWP.
Yeah.
But do you really want to have it?
Risk that with the cash you have?
So that does be the case. So I think he must have dropped a FAMAS instead, right there, for one of the players, I think. Yeah. Oh no, Marky must have dropped a FAMAS, actually, I'm thinking about it. Interesting choice. And AAA, 15-13. They have managed to get match point. No Quarter Cartel, still have one buy round left in them. But at this point, both teams are in match point right now. Kinguin start off strong, get the opening kill through Manais.
If Kinguin win this, and they win their match, Kinguin do not go through. So these next rounds that are decided are very important on both of the two games that are currently going on. As we do get to round number 27. 11 to 15 in terms of the rounds right now. Kinguin, they're playing it slow on their T side. Ben, not overly pushing in, very, very slow. They've dialed that speed back a ton, but they are losing players. Taz has gone down. And it's the 3 versus 4. KZY, his position is critical, but he doesn't get the frag. Overpowered, slain by Malzinho. Marky with the M4 will get the first as he pushes up to try and do ever so more. Does find the frags that are direly needed. And it is all on Manais now. In a 1 versus 4. Makes it the 1v2, sorry. As he finds that first kill on Marky. Just 2 more frags to collect. 40 seconds. He has the bomb. He has the site control.
1v2. Just to get the victory. Does go for the plant. Quite a bold one, really, considering the position right there. But he's so low, though. Very awkward situation to be in. Does get the cross. Just think about going further out. He's tempting it. Opens the door, does go in there fully, so he has committed to this plant. The plant is for the door perfectly. The question is, will the players have time to react if they do go onto the site? Time is ticking away as well.
That's the first. Misses the initial shot, but he's got to stay alive. The HE will roll in. The nade tries to blind him. That transfers a little bit of damage.
He gets the
first kill. That's the diffuser. They can't win the round. Schneider, it doesn't matter that he jumps on the bomb. It's too late. Kinguin have saved it. That is a 16-11 scoreline as Kinguin have won. But it is not all fanfare. Unfortunately, AAA have also picked up their win, meaning even though Kinguin have won here today versus Euronics, they will be unable to get out of the groups, Ben.
Crazy, it's gone down to the wire, coincidentally, in like the same 30-second window.
Both games get
Both
shut.
games. That's crazy, and we got at the same time, Endpoint against KPI is down to the last round as well. Endpoint currently winning 15-14.
Ooh. Against
KPI. Ultimately doesn't really matter, considering KPI were guaranteed to go through no matter what here anyway. But at least Endpoint putting up some sort of fight, I guess, in their last little bit.
Yeah, trying to prove that maybe today was a bit of a lapse.
Yeah,
and they can definitely perform better than what you guys saw at home today. I think that was probably the worst showing we've seen from them in quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen a performance like that, especially against I suppose the European side as well. That's the other part of it. Like, we've seen them play quite poorly against UK sides recently.
Normally they play better against European teams.
That's the weird bit. That is the weird bit about it. But
that's what's
Kinguin eliminated though. At the start of the day, I think everybody would probably see them be like 21st in the world. The next closest is like 40th or something.
Yeah.
Surely they're the favourites. But to be eliminated before, from the first group stage, like they'll be expecting better, obviously.
The only silver lining they have is the fact that where they did win the ESL UK Premiership, they do have a spot already.
Yeah.
So obviously losing here today is a sad affair, meaning that they won't be able to achieve any prize money. That 70k that was up for grabs to be split between these teams, Endpoint will not have a piece of the pie from that. But they do still have a chance to return in the MDL relegation, Ben.
That is true.
For Kinguin, however, it's a bit more of a disappointing affair. A very slow start to the day. They did win this game, and that is the most soul-crushing part, is the fact that when they stepped it up, it was already too late for them to decide their own fate. If you leave your fate in the hands of another team, you're never going to be looking for a good result. It always ends in a bit of a mucky fashion, and that's what's gone down.
Yeah, very peculiar situation for them to be in as well. I mean, to be fair to them, they probably only got back home yesterday, which jet lag does affect people differently. They did start quite slowly, and clearly as the day went on, they started getting to grips with their game a bit better. But at the end of the day, it's a one-day thing. If you're not there at the start and you're not able to play throughout the day at the same level, then chances are you probably didn't deserve to get through on the day, right? So.
And that's what it comes down to. It can't be done off the back of merit. It has to be on the day when you show up. And unfortunately, I believe, if we have checked everything is correct, it seems so.
Because at the time, KPI were on 9 points, and they technically head-to-head beat Kinguin and they beat AAA, which meant AAA, with that win, they go to 9 points, but they'll be behind KPI. And Kinguin, they win, but sadly, it is based on head-to-head. They lost to both of those sides, which means they would finish 4th in the group. Yeah, technically. So, and Euronics still finished first.
Going to be Euronics, KPI, and AAA that are your 3 confirmed teams from that group going through. So you're absolutely correct, Ben. Obviously, that result is the kicker for Team Kinguin, meaning probably one of the biggest favourites throughout the entire event here at EPAC have gone home in the group stage. That's going to be soul-crushing for the Polish side, especially for a Taz that was rolling back the years, really. Yeah,
to be fair, from what we saw of him, he was playing pretty damn well, and I think that's been the case since he came back to Kinguin, if I'm honest. He's been able to reset, start playing with different players for the first time in God knows how many years, right? And just kind of start gelling with them. Playing different CS as well is probably a new thing too.
Yeah.
So, bit of a shame, but I suppose if you don't perform on the day, then that's it, right?
Yeah, very true. Well, some of the matchups are still going on for this round, so we don't have all the results readily available for you yet, but we will update you with those later. For the meantime, we are done and dusted for the day. We'll be back tomorrow with the rest of the group stage to see which teams are going to be carrying on and who is going to try and grab a slice of that 70k pie. It will be an exciting affair, and we will catch you there.